Welcome back, everyone. Thank you. Thank you for coming to see me. Thank you for coming into my day. I wanted to tell you about my new camera. It's awesome. I had a DSLR that was stolen. I had one that had broken, and you know what? I'm glad, because I noticed in trying to film and using different cameras, your computer, your camera phone, the little point shoots and everything, there's a hard time in focusing. And I was looking around, didn't want to spend a ton of money, and I found this Canon EOS 77D. This rocks. I can't show you the camera because, well, maybe I'll get a clip online and show you, but it's pretty cool. Canon EOS 77D. See this? I can use it with my phone. This is pretty cool. It has the Wi-Fi connection, and I'm loving it. It also has a Bluetooth connection, and I have used this several times. I've been out taking pictures. I love photography. I love to do that. If you guys go to my Instagram account, I'm going to be uploading a whole lot more. But I wanted to tell you what I'm thinking about this camera right now. One of the things I'm loving is the autofocus. And because some of the videos I do, have makeup or whatever, and I want to show you a product, right? Well, on here, this is really nifty. This little thing will show me what I'm looking at, and I can press it. And what I'm gonna try and focus in on, there's a chair right there. I'm gonna try and focus in on that and see if you guys, if it makes a difference. Well, that was interesting. The card was full. Camera shut off. Luckily I had another SD card to put in. So let's try this one more time, see if it works. We're gonna try and focus on that whatever the heck, a chair behind me. Let's see how that goes. Oh my gosh, on my camera it's showing that it is focusing on the chair and not me. There I am again. This is so flippin' rad, guys. I'm loving it. What I'm not loving, well, at least I can say there are 3 languages packed into this manual. And Spanish, French, and English. The other day was when I got it, we had to go look at some jobs, and I took the camera out and I was just playing around with it. One of the things that I think is really fun with this camera is that, do you hear that? I don't know if you can hear it or not. Karma, stop, or take that somewhere else. My German Shepherd is chewing on a cow's hoof. Not only does it smell horrible, it sounds horrible. Anyway, what I was gonna say that I noticed on this camera when I was playing around with it, which is so awesome, is it has different filters. So you don't have to take your camera and upload your pictures to an editing, into editing software, Instagram, anything like that, to do any of your editing with filters. You can choose a filter from the phone, and the different filters in there are amazing. They have like toy camera, they have black and white, they have vintage, they have, I can't even tell you all, a paint mode, a sketch mode, all types of different features that I think are really, really cool. And there is another thing with this camera, it's wireless. And so what I can do, hook it up to my phone, like I have it right now. I hook it up to my phone, and I can extract all of the pictures from the camera to my phone without having to take the chip out or extra cables or anything. And there is even this little station, I think it's about $100, and Canon makes it, and you can set it up to where you can just tap your camera to the station from what I'm seeing, and it's like a hard drive. Your pictures just go right on there. I'm amazed by technology. My gosh, I'm 56 years old. These things are like blowing me away. It's coming faster than I can keep up with. So anyway, let me see if I can tell you some of the cool features on here. I'm digging this camera. Canon has always been my go-to. I love Nikon too, but for Karma, quit it. She has no manners. I'm sorry, she has no manners. But then again, she's not 2 yet. So sweet girl. Where are the features in here? You guys hear that? It's annoying as heck. You should smell it, it's even worse. Okay, so like, you know, most cameras you buy, it has full, for people that don't know anything about photography at all, it tells you fully automatic. It explains all the different functions. You've got the fully automatic, the full auto techniques with scene intelligent flash, shooting when you can't use a flash, creative auto shooting, shooting portraits, shooting landscapes, close-ups, moving subjects, and the list goes on and on and on. And it has the autofocus, which I think is absolutely amazing, which is, I mean, I love it, I love it, I love it. You can set your ISO if you want. Shooting video, you know, that's I think one of the coolest things that these DSLRs can do is shoot video, because before we didn't have that capability. We had to have a, you know, a camcorder, a little video, if you're old enough to remember those. Anyway, it tells you all about shooting video, everything, and then it has the handy features, and those are on page 153. Handy features. I'm trying to see. It doesn't really say anything about the filters, which I think are really cool. You can disable the beeper. It has a card reminder, setting the image review time. You know, pretty standard for a DSLR of these, you know, today. Image playback. It tells you how to do everything. So really, if you're a novice photographer, this would be great for you. I mean, the price point is phenomenal for a camera of this quality. It is a really good camera. You know, I could spend $3,000 or $4,000 on a camera, and they're awesome. But this is doing exactly what I need it to do. You can browse by jumping. You can edit within the camera. Display multiple images on one screen. You can reduce the image size just by a pinch and a pinch and a pull. You can do that. You can swipe with one finger to scroll through. It does have the flip out back, so I can see myself right here in the monitor. I mean, in the monitor, the flip out monitor, which is touch screen. And I can program the camera with the touch screen with the monitor there, but I can also see and make sure that everything's framed with that, as well as on my camera. So I think that's a pretty cool feature. Software guide, erasing a single image. Where the heck are the filters? Now we're into, okay, now Wi-Fi. You know, everything with Wi-Fi, this is just so cool. And I have not read through this whole manual because my life, my gosh, everything going on is crazy. I don't have the time to read this all through one shot. Establishing a Wi-Fi connection, how to set it up to your smartphone, which is just, oh my gosh, that just blows me away. I have not ever had a camera that does that. And if you guys have, I'm behind the times. Okay, with the Wi-Fi, it does have Bluetooth capability. where are the filters? And I know that doesn't really mean a whole lot, but I think they're really cool. I wanted to tell you what they are. If I can find them, you can also send you can print images. You can print your pictures by sending it Wi-Fi to your printer, which I think is really awesome. You can send the images between two cameras. You can communicate with the smartphone, and you can operate it remotely using an EOS utility. So all those functions are like super helpful, super cool. Let me see, I'm looking for filters. You'd think they would have it in the index, and they don't. Maybe it's under fun stuff. Erasing images, playing, searching for images quickly, disabling the beeper, setting the movie recording size, shooting the movie. You can select how many frames per second. You can select how you want a video, everything. You can put it in complete manual and do that. And one thing I do like about this, and one of my DSLRs that I had, when they first came out, it did not have a detachable lens. And so I was pretty much stuck with the lens that came with the camera, which sucked. This has a detachable lens. I'm using the one right now that came with the camera, but it does have a detachable lens, and so that's awesome. And as the weeks go by, I hope to be able to get more lenses. What else do I want to tell you about this? Because I'm telling you, hands down, this is an amazing camera. Live 1-point autofocus, shooting with the touch, shutter. Where are the flippin' filters? And I know I'm like stuck on that, but oh well. This, you can program it. This one is really cool, conveying the subject's movement and what they're showing. I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see this or not. Yeah, but you see how they're shooting that water there, the difference between the water? One, you can see the movement of the water, and the other, you can see the water is moving, but it's clearly defined. And so I think that's a really fun feature that I want to try out. Long exposure, it has a noise reduction, a reduced flicker. One thing I've noticed, when DSLRs first came out, it took a bit. When you hit that shutter, you weren't really sure what image you were going to capture. And this is pretty instantaneous, and I'm really liking it. Really liking that. You can correct the brightness, you can, like I said, the noise reduction, you can match the light source. They have portrait, landscape, fine detail, neutral, faithful, monochrome, user defined, selecting your picture style. This camera, for the price, self-timer, which they all have. You can do manual focus or autofocus. Point and shoot. This camera absolutely, I think this is kind of funny. Can you guys see that? This is going to focus in on that. Shooting food. Gives you tips on how to take pictures of shooting your food. Pictures of your food. I guess that's for like Instagram and stuff, right? Photographing children. That's always something. Group photos, close-ups, portraits. It's got the flash. It's got, I can attach with the shoe. I can attach an additional flash, or I'm not using it today because I haven't set it up and I haven't really looked into it yet. But I also bought this mic that goes right on top of the hot shoe of the camera. If you can see that right there. It's not focusing in. Focus. There you go. I haven't used this mic yet. I think that says Rode. What does that say? Rode? Yeah. So this sits right on top. It's a bullet microphone. So I can put this right on top of my camera, screw it on there, and I have a better audio source. I have not tried it yet. This little jack here hooks right into the camera, so you don't need an additional power source for this. It uses the power from the camera. Well, I haven't looked all into everything about this, so I didn't want to chance it right now. I want to hear really how the sound quality is from the camera itself. So, with that, you know, Canon makes a good product all the way around, and I just can't tell you how excited I am about this. And I want to get out there and take some pictures because this is just, I love this stuff. Photography is absolutely one of my passions. And when I had kids, when I first started having kids, you know, I had the 2 little ones, and I loved taking them out and getting pictures of them, you know, doing all sorts of things. I just love the artistic ability or the creativity with photographs. And, you know, coming from when I was in high school, in my photography classes, we used film. We processed the film in a dark room, and we used, you know, the whole dark room setup with the developer and with the solutions and hanging the pictures up to dry and everything. And I do have to admit, I miss that aspect of it because you have a lot of control in there. This camera looks like it's giving you a lot of control too, and I know software programs that we have today will give you even more control over what you want to shoot, what you want seen, what you don't want seen. But really, the most exciting thing for me on this, and this shows you how exciting my life is right now, is autofocus. Let's look at my Texas flag. Is it gonna, it's having some hard times. Come on, go over to my flag. I can't tell, I'm out of focus. Maybe my flag is not. Maybe you can see it. Bring it back to me. There we go. And I want to try something because I just want to see myself. Because like I said, some of the videos I do are makeup related. And I want to see if I am to put my hand up here, if it's going to focus on that. And it looks like it did pretty quickly, at least in the viewfinder. And it came back to me. Digging it, guys, digging it. I'm gonna have some fun with this. Anyway, that is my semi-review of this camera because I just got it and I'm so excited about it. I wanted to show it to you. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. And so check out my Instagram. It's Teri Anderson Biker Diva. Some of the pictures on there, I should label that I've taken them with the Canon, and so you can see, but this is just so much fun. And part of it is I'm excited that I feel like I'm getting part of my life back because photography was part of my life for such a long time, being both behind the camera and in front of the camera. And I really love the creative, process of photography and being able to see something that maybe no one else sees, or you see it in a different perspective. So I'm really excited, like I said, to get out there and take some really, really cool pictures. And I have people that are friends of mine and I follow on Instagram, and they're just so inspirational, and I'm like, I can do that. I want to do it. I want to get my life back. When I started having all these kids, and you know, I've got 8 kids that I raised, you don't have time for anything else. A lot of my kids were special needs, especially my son that has autism, bipolar, and paranoid schizophrenia. Raising those kids was like having, you know, 6 part-time jobs. It was, I had no time for anything else really. You know, yeah, I'd get my nails done and everything, but this is something I can do for me. So here's the manual again. check it out. If you're in the market for a camera, you don't want to spend a ton of money, but you really still want a good quality camera, I really think you're going to be very pleased with this camera. I just can't tell you how excited I am, and I need some tea because I'm like dry mouth because I'm taking antihistamines and everything. So what I did yesterday, I did also buy an extra battery. This extra battery was like $70. I think this mic was, I think, $100 for the mic. They did have the same brand, and it was a little smaller and probably half the price. But I really, since I am doing videos, I did want to go with a better quality microphone. If I needed it, it's there. And with that being said, that's my, not really, I guess sort of a review. I guess more of my excitement over this camera. It rocks. And I cannot wait to get a day where I can go out and take pictures. I don't have to watch the dogs. I don't have doctor's appointments. I don't have things I have to do. And I can just go out and play and take pictures all day. I'm looking forward to it. You guys, I would love it if you would subscribe, hit the notification bell, say hi to me, leave a comment, and have a rockin' day. And I will see you guys soon. Peace out, guys.